Caden Bogenpole. Bogenpole has tremendous power. He's hitting now .234 on the summer. He's been aided by a recent spell of just incredible hitting and great contact. Up to 3 home runs on the summer. The first pitch to him, a fastball upstairs, eye level to Bogenpole. The tall 6'6", Missouri State product. He's got good plate discipline too. 19 walks. Leads the team. 1-0 the count, the pitch. Breaking ball low and away. Tried to paint that outside corner on Bogenpole. Count now 2-0 with 1 out here in the top of the first. Just getting underway here at Eldridge Park. Still no score. Camden Johnson, the leadoff man, is on second after a leadoff double. Rab's set, checks Johnson, now kicks and deals. Catches the outside part of the zone. Count now 2-1 on Bogenpole. Caden is riding a streak of home runs coming into this game. He's homered in now back-to-back games, looking to make it 3 straight here today. 2 balls, 1 strike the count. The pitch swung on and fouled over the screen and out of play. Up above South Orleans Road, which runs above the third base line here at Eldridge Park. It's a true diamond, you could say. Short down the quarters, deep to center field. 300 down the left field line, 314 down the right, 434 to dead center. The pitch misses outside. Count now runs full. 3 balls, 2 strikes on Bogenpole with 1 away. Johnson on second. Wind whipping out to straightaway center field. Here's the payoff pitch. Check swing. Bogenpole did not go around. He held back. That pitch missed outside. Bogenpole works his 20th walk of the summer in sole possession of the Cotuit team lead now. Bogenpole has nearly a .400 on base percentage, and he's got the power tool as well. Runners on first and second with 1 out, and the batter's Jack Natilli. The home run leader for the Kets. He's got a wide open stance. The first pitch is swung on and fouled directly back to the screen. Natilli at one point was, you could say, in contention for Cape League MVP. He was putting up incredible numbers.
Had that stretch with 5 homers in 4 games, was hitting .600 over a week stretch at one point too.
The pitch swung on and chopped foul towards the third base dugout that Cotuit is in. Not as many faces in the Cotuit dugout as there are the Orleans dugout. The Kets playing with, you could say, battle-torn men. A lot of guys that have been around for a good majority of the summer. Here's the pitch to Natilli. Upstairs, both runners go. The throw down to second beats Bogenpole by a good bit. Johnson advances to third, and Bogenpole slow to get up after a hard slide into second base. He'll walk gingerly back to the dugout. It was a double steal. No chance in catching Johnson as he made his way to third, but Bogenpole not quite fleet his foot. It's hard to be as quick as Camden Johnson. He's got a lot of speed. Runner on third. Just 1 out. Well, now 2 out. And the pitch swung on and fouled hard towards the third base dugout. 2 away in the top of the first. Still no score. On a cloudy day here in Orleans. The lights are on at Eldridge Park. Not because the sun is set, just because it's hiding behind a thick blanket of gray clouds. Here's the pitch to Natilli. Swung on and fouled up and over the screen. One ball and 2 strikes here with 2 outs. JT Rab dealing to Jack Natilli. Rab with a .230 ERA on the summer through 4 games and 4 starts. Just now eclipsed 16 innings of work. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss. A bit late from Natilli. He goes down swinging. A leadoff double from Camden Johnson amounts to not much as Orleans was able to buckle down. We'll head to the bottom of the first. The Firebirds due up for the first time today here on the Kettleers Digital Network.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we know there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. Now that's how we all win. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
At Cape Cod Healthcare, we're committed to excellence and compassion in everything we do, like helping people maintain their active lifestyles. Our innovative orthopedic program combines advanced techniques and leading-edge technology with highly specialized teams, including our nationally recognized Center of Excellence for Joint Replacement. Our focus is getting you back to doing the things you love, in the place you love.
The Center of Excellence and the quality of care that we can deliver makes all the difference to the patients. They understand that they can get the best care right here on Cape Cod.
We're offering 0% for 60 months on CAT's new lineup of compact track loaders. That's 0% for machines that have been redesigned from the ground up. 0% for new features and big comfort.
Nice cab, heated seat, great machine.
0% for more power and performance.
Picked up a big 4,000-pound block like it was nothing.
0% for work tools too. But there's a 0% chance this offer will last. So contact Milton Cat before there's zero time left.
Bottom of the first here at Eldridge Park in this matchup between the Firebirds and the Kettleers. There is a Firebird mascot here at Eldridge Park, and he's fluttered his way to center field. A man wearing what looks like a Cardinal costume walking out by the 434 sign. A great sight to see on what is a well-attended night here at Eldridge Park. A lot of fans up on the grassy berm above the first base dugout that Orleans is in. They'll be watching the Firebirds lineup consisting of Tyler Myatt, Alejandro Garza, Robbie Levy, then Elijah Iquez, Anthony Potestio, and Dawson Bryce, and the bottom third, Cashel Duggar, Kyle Johnson, and Ryan Kucherak. Good mix of lefties and righties in this lineup card from Kelly Nicholson, long-time Firebird skipper. Plenty of experience at the collegiate baseball level as well. Peyton Manka, the lefty, takes a deep breath on the slab, peers over his mitt, and fires a first pitch. Swung on and fouled back to the screen. Manka with a 2.88 ERA on the summer. This will be his 6th start and 7th appearance. His lone appearance from the bullpen early in the season. The pitch swung on and tapped softly foul down the third base line. Tyler Myatt batting for Orleans. 6 foot flat, 210 out of Tennessee. Just wrapped up his year at Walters State Community College. This will be his 7th appearance for the Firebirds. A bit of a recent addition, but he's been doing well. The pitch, low in the dirt.
And it's no surprise because he was the JUCO Player of the Year. And just listen to these numbers. 31 homers, 110 RBIs, and he hit .484. He's going to be a fixture in the Vols lineup.
The pitch swung on and a soft tapper towards Farber. He got tripped up and slips and falls. That baseball gets past him and goes into left field. Reaching safely at first is Tyler Myatt. That ball took a wonky hop as it got to the dirt near shortstop, and Farber ended up having to backtrack and then just leaped at the ball, couldn't get it.
And you see where he's playing at shortstop right in front of him. Looks like a pretty damp spot in the dirt. So I think he just took a slight slip on that area. I mean, the field was really wet earlier on, maybe just 2 hours ago.
The batter is the righty Alejandro Garza. The pitch, swing and a miss. Behind that heater from Manka. Manka's had a good summer. He's only allowed 8 earned runs in 25 innings of work. His last start against Wareham, one of his best of the summer. He went 6 complete. The pitch, swing and a miss. Foul tipped into the mitt. Counts 0-2 on Garza. No one out, a runner on first. Still no score in this matchup between the Firebirds and the Kettleers. Garza gives his bat a windmill and a half. Now has it on his back shoulder. 0-2, the pitch. Upstairs. Manka, only 9 walks on the summer, 17 strikeouts. Doesn't work a lot of high counts. That's because he's a bit of a contact pitcher. The pitch. Swung on and fouled back to the back screen. That pitch was low and away. All Garza could do was throw his hands at it. Just make some contact to stay alive. Manka, his left arm hanging by his side, now brings his glove to his belt, stares down the first baseman, now delivers. That pitch just misses a bit low. Count evens up at 2-2 on Alejandro Garza. Garza, 5'10", 175, plays at Cal Poly Slow. 2-2 the count, the pitch. Swung on and lined into right field. Going back a couple steps, Stevens, and he'll make the catch. Eye level. Fired in quickly to prevent Myatt from advancing any further. It's hard to run no matter where the ball is hit towards Stevens just because he's got a great arm. One away now in the bottom of the first. The batter's Robbie Levy. The lefty has been a mainstay in this Orleans lineup. This will be game 33 of his season. The pitch. Low and away. He didn't offer. Myatt's on first. He reached on a wonky ground ball that got past Ryan Farber. Just took a weird hop in front of him. The pitch. Catches the outside corner. A backdoor slide piece. Manka, a lefty. Those breaking balls will break away from a left-handed hitter. 1-1 the count with 1 out. Manka, ready, now delivers. Fastball swung on and fouled back to the screen. Manka's got himself a good amount of 2-strike counts already today. Again, might not rely on as much on the strikeout as some other pitchers, but he'll take them when he can get them. He's set at the belt. The 1-2. Swung on and flied out towards center field. Bogenpole ranging to his left. He'll make the catch and get it in quickly. 2 away on a pair of fly balls. Bogenpole will have a lot of ground to cover today. 434 to dead center here at Eldridge Park. Bogenpole playing normal depth, you could say. Probably about 360, maybe in a little bit, which means he's got still 70 feet behind him. Cleanup man Elijah Iquez up, the righty, bat held high. He swings and misses at the first pitch. Count 0-1 on Iquez. Iquez this summer hitting .278. Gets on base at a .415 clip. He's got 32 hits, and he's come around to score 25 times, a team high. The pitch. Low and away. Natilli leapt from his crouch and reached across his body to spear that one. Check that. That's Luke Lavin. Jack Natilli playing first. A musical chairs. Bit of an infield today and outfield for Cotuit. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Count now 1-2. Luke Lavin doing the catching. Jack Natilli is at first base. Sean Martinez at second. Ryan Farber at shortstop. Camden Johnson at third. Tagger Tyson in left. Bogenpole in center. And Stevens in right. The pitch. Runner goes. Swung on. Sharp grounder past Camden Johnson at third. And into left field. Staying put at second is Myatt. Iquez reaches the second single of the inning. Orleans will have 2 on with 2 out. Still no score here in the bottom of the first. Both have been some ground ball singles that have just found their way into the outfield. Orleans peppering the left side of this infield. The batter's Anthony Potestio, the lefty ready. The pitch. Called a strike. Outside part of the zone, about belt high. Orleans, the red belts peeking through their white vest jerseys, white pants, Red sleeves. The pitch. Low and away. Potestio held his check swing. Count now even at 1-1. Cotuit, maroon caps, maroon jerseys. A dark navy Cotuit across the chest with white trim, white pants with the maroon pinstripes. That pitch is swung on and missed. Count now 1-2. Another 2-strike count. Manka looking to buckle down. 2 away here in the bottom of the first. Still no score. Orleans with 2 on. Here's the 1-2. Swung on and popped up high softly towards left field. Coming in to play it, Tyson. He makes the catch on the run just short of the foul line. Orleans will strand a pair of runners. No runs on 2 hits. 2 left on base. We'll head to the second. Still no score here at Eldridge Park on the Kettleers Digital Network.
Get ready for big results with our small machines. With more power, performance, comfort, and savings. They're ready for every job. And we're ready with plenty of inventory, the best support in the business, same-day parts availability, and locations across the Northeast. So you can always be ready to work. Milton Cat, always ready.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
Cape Cod 5 is proud to be the official banking partner of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Cape Cod 5 offers a broad range of financial products and services tailored for every stage in your financial journey. Reach out to us. We're here to help.
Top of 2, still no score. Weird to say after the game we had last night, Connor, where Cotuit played at 6 in the bottom of the first.
They jumped all over Harwich last night en route to an 8-3 victory, and things have slowed down a little bit on a day where the lineup looks considerably different, you could say.
It will be 5, 6, and 7 due up in the Kettleers lineup card to start this second. Nolan Stevens, Taggart Tyson, and Luke Lavin. Rab, set at the stomach. The pitch. Wave and a miss from Nolan Stevens on a breaking ball low in the zone. Stevens on the summer hitting .225, 14 ribbies, 14 runs. The pitch. Called a strike, fastball bottom part of the zone. Count 0-2 on Nolan Stevens. JT Rabb, the arm on the mound for Orleans. 15 strikeouts on the summer in just under 17 innings. 0-2, the pitch. Swung on hotliner right back up the middle and into center field. A single for Nolan Stevens. He's aboard.
And it continues a bit of a hot streak for him. He's riding back-to-back 2-hit games and gets on with a hard single up the middle right here. He can drive the ball right back up the middle with the best of them, and we've started to see him bring that ground ball power up in these past couple of games.
Cotuit trying to piece together some hitting here in the second. Camden Johnson had a leadoff double. Looking to get some more hitting across the board here as Taggart Tyson, the righty, is up. First pitch, a breaking ball, bounces off the chest protector of Duggar. Stevens goes, he's down to second, and the throw gets into center field. Stevens heads for third, he's there safe. Nolan Stevens advanced to second on that wild pitch that got away from Cashel Duggar, and then advanced to third on the errant throw down to second to try to beat him out. And now the Kettleers' first run is only 90 feet away. No outs here in the top of the second. Still no score in this one. The count, 1 ball and no strikes to Taggart Tyson. Tyson loaded in the back of the box. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Caught a bit of a piece of it. Call it a foul tip into the mitt. Tyson playing in his 11th game for Cotuit this summer. He's hitting .150, but He's had some productive at-bats. He's had a sacrifice fly. The pitch. Just a bit inside, but called a strike. Caught the inside part of the zone. A belt high off-speed pitch. 1-2 the count on Tyson with no one out. Rab ready. The righty kicks and deals. Fastball swiped at and fouled back behind the screen. Tyson doing a good job of fighting things off at the plate. He's got a great eye. Tyson has been catching as well for Cotuit. He's a bit of a utility man, can play just about everywhere. The pitch. Swung on and chopped foul on a pitch that was well low in the zone. He's able to spoil some pitches from JT Rab, trying to up that pitch count. Rab's already thrown 28, and he hasn't recorded an out here in the second inning. JT needed 20 pitches to get through the first frame. 1-2 the count, no one out. The pitch. Swung on and fouled towards the first base dugout. That pitch was even lower than the one that Tyson just fouled off. He is staying alive. Oh, what's the name of the song? Staying alive. Staying alive. Yep, that's the one.
Yeah, Staying Alive by the Bee Gees.
The Bee Gees. 1-2 the count. That pitch is swung on and skied into shallow right field. Calling for it is Garza, the second baseman. He'll make the catch in the outfield grass and quickly run it in to keep Nolan Stevens at third base. Not quite deep enough on the opposite field pop-up from Tyson to score Nolan Stevens. Luke Lavin will have a chance to drive in Stevens, the catcher batting from the 7 spot today. The lefty looking for some contact. He's been around Cotuit this entire summer, but he's been in and out of the lineup card. This will be his 19th game played for the Kettleers. The Stanford Cardinal ready in the left-handed batter's box. The pitch. Fastball up and away. The catcher, Cashel Duggar, had to stand up to make that catch. Lavin on the summer hitting .205. 9 hits and 44 at-bats. He's got 1 double. 1-0 the count with 1 out. The pitch. Swung on and fouled back to the screen on a pitch up in the zone. Count evens at 1 apiece. Cotuit looking to jump on JT Rab, who's had an incredible summer. We talked about the sub-250 ERA through 4 starts, though his record's 0-2. Here's the pitch. Wave and a miss on a breaking ball low and away. Rab's record doesn't quite reflect how great he's pitched. In fact, you just have to look at the 2 losses he's been charged with to see just how quality of a pitcher he was. The first was July 17th at Falmouth. Rab went 4 2/3, only gave up 1 earned run. The pitch, low and away. Only allowed 2 hits in that game, walked 1 and struck out 3. You look at that line and you say, well, that's a good line from a starting pitcher. He got tagged with the L as Orleans lost 3-1. 2-2, wave and a miss on a breaking ball low. Duggar collects it after he dropped the strike 3 and throws it down to first in time to retire Luke Lavin. The second punch out of the day from JT Rab, both of them swinging. Nolan Stevens still at third. No score here in the top of the second with 2 outs. And the batter is the new Kettleer, Sean Martinez, who appeared in his first game for Cotuit yesterday. He went 0 for 3, had a pair of strikeouts, a walk, and a sacrifice bunt, though it didn't equate to a run. He was able to advance Luke Lavin into scoring position, who then later came home. One ball, no strikes the count to Martinez. His bat resting totally on his back shoulder, and now the pitcher JT Rab calls time for his pitch comm. He'll talk things over with the home plate umpire, Jeffrey Kinney, who walks out to talk with him. Everything is all squared. Everyone retakes their positions The count is 1 ball and no strikes to Sean Martinez. Deep crouch in the right-handed batter's box. The righty Rab now has his sign. Takes a deep breath, now delivers. Breaking ball called a strike. That loss against Falmouth was Rab's first loss of the summer. His second came against Harwich, where he went 4 innings flat and gave up 2 earned runs. The pitch, low and away. Count now 2 balls and 1 strike. So you look at his 2 losses. He went 8 2/3 innings in those 2 games, only gave up 6 combined hits, struck out a combined 7, and only gave up 3 earned runs. And all that equated to 2 losses. That 2-1 is swung on and missed. Count is now even at 2-2 with 2 outs. No score between the Kets and the Firebirds. Nolan Stevens has been camping out at third base for the entirety of this inning. He reached there on advancing on a wild pitch in an E2. The 2-2 swung on and hit softly into shallow right field, and coming into plate is Potestio. He'll make the catch on the run. Stevens got on to start this inning, nothing else. Kets leave 1 on base after 1 hit, scoring none. We'll head to the bottom of the second. Still no score in this one on the Kettleers Digital Network.
Dream it. If you can cruise in it, if you can summer in it, fish from it, or take it for a day at the beach, we can protect it. The Baldwin Group, protecting the possible.
There hasn't been a ton of training when it comes to bat speed or products for players to be able to train bat speed. You can improve your bat speed and reach your goals working 10 to 15 minutes a day on this a couple of times a week. That's a no-brainer for every player.
If you need to dig, lift, move, grade, clear, or cut, pump, weld, clean, light, and just about anything else, dial up the rental source for the newest and the most reliable equipment in New England. Staffed with equipment and construction experts, Milton Rents, your local source.
0-0 the score in this one, but I'll tell you what, Mother Nature's now down 1. The gray clouds are starting to part. I can see some white clouds way up high above Eldridge Park. We're hoping for some good weather before a storm front moves in overnight here on Cape. We heard that's what happens. It gets hot for a couple days, and then you'll see a couple showers to cool things off. That one from our resident Massachusetts expert, Peyton Manka.
I mean, he was absolutely right. I was in Harwich earlier today, and it was pouring on my drive home.
Hoping the showers stay away. It will be 6, 7, and 8. Bryce, Duggar, and Johnson, righty, taking on Manka. His first pitch of the inning, swung on and ripped towards left field. Going back, Tyson. And that ball appears to be gone. It's a solo shot for Dawson Bryce. It was hugging the line, and the official ruling is that baseball stayed fair. A solo shot to start the inning. Dawson Bryce with a bomb deep out to left field down the line. Bit of a hidden view from our vantage point. Have to peer over the dugout or maybe a bit behind it. That was Dawson Bryce's 3rd home run of the summer. The first pitch to Cashel Duggar just misses. Cashel Duggar, the lefty, this summer, he's hitting .232. The pitch swung on and fouled back to the screen. Count now even at 1-1. Lots of osprey here at Eldridge Park. There was an osprey who caught a fish, and he's okay. He dropped the fish on the street. 1-1. Called a strike on the outside edge. There's got to be a family of 7 osprey. They're really taking the attention of the crowd away from the game because they're circling the park and they're hunting. One of them caught a fish, and it weighed it down enough to where it couldn't fly up. The pitch swung on and fouled over the screen and out of play.
I think sitting here with all the trees surrounding this area and the school, it's easy to forget how close we are to water. So there must be a nest on top of one of these light poles.
1 ball, 2 strikes the count with no one out. The pitch pops out of the glove of Lavin, called strike 3, and he'll throw down to Natilli at first to retire Cashel Duggar on the strikeout looking.
That's how you bounce back if you're Manka. Give up only your second long ball of the summer, come back and keep pounding the zone. And we talked to him about his approach the other day, and that's what he does, just have that short memory like a goldfish and just say, hey, on to the next batter and just keep pounding the zone.
The pitch to Johnson upstairs. Kyle Johnson, the 8-hole hitter for Orleans, has been having a bit of a slower summer. He's currently only hitting .083. The center fielder swings and misses at the 1-0 pitch. Count now even 1-1 with 1 out. Here in the bottom of the second, Cotuit now trailing 1-0 against Orleans. The Firebirds got a solo shot from Dawson Bryce to start this frame. The pitch just a bit up and in at the hands of the tall righty Kyle Johnson. Johnson, 6'1", 205, plays his ball at Duke. The pitch, wave and a miss. Count now evens. 2 balls, 2 strikes with 1 out, no one on base. Outfield and infield straight away for Cotuit. A bit of a gap up the middle. 2-2. Way outside. Lavin reaching across his body. Looking like a hockey goalie. Count now full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. The pitch. Upstairs. Good plate discipline from Kyle Johnson. He works a walk. The first walk issued by Peyton Manka today. Only his 10th of the summer. 1 on, 1 out. Orleans up 1-0 over Cotuit. Wind still blowing out to straightaway center field, an American flag in right center, right near I think that's called a grandstand, where you have a band, a little shell. The first pitch just misses inside.
Just looks like a stage, I think.
We'll look up the official name. 1 ball, no strikes. The pitch swung on and flied high out towards left field. Tyson near the wall, and he makes the catch. We'll get it in quickly as the throw goes to second base. Kyle Johnson, no chance to tag up at first. A high fly out towards left field. You have to hold your breath here at Eldridge Park. It's just about 300 feet down the line. 350 to left center field, but it doesn't really start jutting out until you get to straightaway center. The distance between left center and center field is about 80 feet. The first pitch to Ryan Kucherak, a fastball strike down the chute. That batter's now Tyler Myatt after Kucherak had that deep fly out. The pitch, wave and a miss. A bit of an swing on a breaking ball low and away. Counts 0-2 on Tyler Myatt, who is 1 for 1 today. He singled to start this game. A runner on first with 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. The pitch, runner goes, swung on and fouled up and away. Count will stay put at 0-2. Kyle Johnson will make his way back to first base. Myatt now hitting .360 in his short time as a Firebird. His OPS still above 1,000. It's 1,189. Manka staring directly at first. The lefty kicks and deals. The 0-2 misses low. 1-2 the count. Manka looking to get through the second inning here. His only blemish has been a solo shot to start this frame. Trying to leave it at that. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The pitch. Fastball Pops out of the glove of Luke Lavin. Missed just a little bit low. He leapt from his crouch early during the receiving of that pitch. Perhaps thinking about a back pick throw down to first base. Kyle Johnson's got a large lead over at first. 2-2. Runner goes. The pitch is low. The throw down to second. Gets out of the glove of Farber. He keeps it in front of him. Johnson is safe on a slide down at second base. That is Johnson's first stolen base of the summer. He is now 1 for 1. A runner in scoring position with 2 outs here in the bottom of 2. 2 outs on the scoreboard. Menka looking to get out of this one. 3-2 the count. The pitch. Wave and a miss on a pitch low and away. Second strikeout of the inning for Peyton Menka. Orleans does get a run on the scoreboard. The Firebirds lead 1-0 over Cotuit. We'll head to the third after this break.
When we see our patient, our philosophy is to not just take care of the isolated pathology or problem that they're here for. We look at the care of a patient as the whole patient, how they hold hands with a spouse or partner, how they engage with their children or grandchildren. These are important things in the equation of how we decide optimal treatment for patients, whether that's non-operative or operative intervention. Every patient gets treated as a family member or as a pro athlete in our mind. We provide concierge level of care. That's how we want it done for our own, and that's what we continue to do here in the greater Boston area.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we know there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. Now that's how we all win. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
A little bit of a different story here tonight at Eldridge Park. It's normal for teams late in the regular season to start making adjustments as players leave and other situations arise. However, one of these decisions for the Cats may surprise you. Right-handed pitcher Nick Greeny steps onto the field tonight, not headed for the mound, but the batter's box. The newly transitioned designated hitter is batting 9th hole for Cotuit tonight, a feat that the fifth year hasn't experienced since high school. Stats are inconsistent for his time at Pierce High School, but some records say that he batted around 400 his senior year. Whatever the case may be, his willingness to help his team in any situation stands out above all. Back to you guys.
Nick Greeny swings and chops a pitch right towards the first baseman. He'll have to underhand toss to JT Rabb, who sprinted to cover in time to retire Nick Greeny. His first plate appearance results in a 3-1 putout. The pitcher turned designated hitter.
You know, he had a good take on that first pitch and gave it his best shot in the swing, but it's always tough. It's like we're playing in the MLB, 5 years ago? Pitcher in the 9-hole.
Camden Johnson, the leadoff man, now up. He is 1 for 1. He doubled in his first plate appearance. JT Rabb sat at the stomach. The pitch. A strike taken all the way from Johnson. And long gone are the days where pitchers had to bat. Shout out the American League. 0-1, the pitch swung on and lined sharply to short, fielded on a hop. Iquez, he'll throw a one-hopper to the covering first baseman Dawson Bryce, and that is in time to beat out Camden Johnson. Very rarely do you find a pair of infielders athletic enough to make a ground out happen for Camden Johnson. His speed is killer. 6-3 on the putout. Johnson retired for the first time today. And up will step Ryan Farber. The 2-hole hitter, he popped out to the second baseman Alejandro Garza his first time up. Farber hitting .289 on the summer. His OPS, 747. The pitch. Fastball upstairs on Farber, he takes. He's had good spurts of pop from both sides of the plate. We've seen some home runs when he's been hitting lefty like he is right now. It's a short porch here at Eldridge. Both corners. The pitch. Breaking ball way upstairs. JT Rabb tried to spin a Slider, a curveball, couldn't get the break on it. Count now 2-0 on Farber. 2 outs here in the top of the third. Cotuit trailing Orleans 1-0 on this East-West matchup. The pitch, called a strike on the outside half of the plate. Count now 2-1. This is the last time Cotuit will face an Eastern Division team this season, barring a trip to the championship, which would be about a week and a half from now. 2-1 the count with 2 outs. That pitch misses just a bit high, and Farber checked his swing. The appeal down to third says so. Rab now up to 48 pitches, nearly at 50 through 3 innings, looking to cut into that number. 3-1 the count with 2 outs the pitch. Fastball upstairs. Farber works a walk. He's done a good job this summer just with plate discipline as a whole. That's his 17th walk of the summer, compared to only 22 strikeouts. And he's had more plate appearances than anyone on this Kettleers roster. That's the 2nd walk of the day issued by JT Rab, his 7th of the season. The batter's Caden Bogenpole, who has been swinging a red-hot stick as of recent. The lefty was walked in his first plate appearance. The first pitch to him, called a strike, breaking ball on the outside edge. Bogenpole at one point was hitting below 200 just about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago. He's up above 230 now. The pitch misses outside. Count evens at 1-1. Bogenpole was walked in the first and caught stealing. He had a hard slide into second, but he's okay. The tall lefty ready. 1-1 is the count with 2 outs and a runner on first. The pitch. Bogenpole takes a strike, just caught the outside corner of the zone. Ryan Farber's on first. He's dancing. He's got great baseball speed, as we have referred to it. Picks his times he runs in a great manner. 1-2 with 2 outs the pitch. Swung and chopped foul right towards the third base dugout, near the top step where Tim O'Connor's standing. Jack Natilli on deck. 2 power hitters in this part of the lineup in the form of Bogenpole and Natilli. 1 on with 2 out. Ket's trailing 1-0 here in the top of 3. 1-2 the count. The pitch. Swing and a miss from Caden Bogenpole. The 3rd strikeout of the day from JT Rab. He's recorded 1 in every inning so far. Kettleers no runs on no hits. Leave a runner on base. Orleans leading 1-0 here on the Kettleers Digital Network.
Hasn't been a ton of training when it comes to bat speed or products for players to be able to train bat speed. You can improve your bat speed and reach your goals working 10 to 15 minutes a day on this a couple of times a week. That's a no-brainer for every player.
If you can dream it, if you can cruise in it, if you can summer in it, fish from it, or take it for a day at the beach, we can protect it. The Baldwin Group, protecting the possible.
When we see our patient, our philosophy is to not just take care of the isolated pathology or problem that they're here for. We look at the care of a patient as the whole patient, how they hold hands with a spouse or partner, how they engage with their children or grandchildren. These are important things in the equation of how we decide optimal treatment for patients, whether that's non-operative or operative intervention. Every patient gets treated as a family member or as a pro athlete in our mind. We provide concierge level of care. That's how we want it done for our own, and that's what we continue to do here in the greater Boston area.
Orleans leading 1-0 over Cotuit. We've hit the bottom of 3 here at Eldridge Park. And it's turned out to be a pretty pleasant night. Chris Albright joined alongside Connor Shue. Connor, we're running close to the end of the season. It's gone by quick.
You know, it sure has. It feels like just yesterday we were here for the first game of the season where it was cold. It was, what, 50 degrees? I was wearing 3 layers.
Yeah.
It was rough.
We were battle-tested that day. Alejandro Garza up. He swings at the first pitch and skies one into shallow center field. Coming into play at Bogenpole, he'll camp and make the catch at his shoulder. Bogenpole can cover a lot of ground out in center field. The 6'6" Missouri State product has long strides and good speed. Helpful here in a deep center field at Eldridge Park. One away here in the bottom of 3. The batter's the lefty Robbie Levy. He's 0 for 1 today. He flew out to center field his first time up. He takes a first pitch strike, bottom part of the zone. This is game 4 of the season series between Cotuit and Orleans. The first 2 games played the first week of the season. The pitch, low and away. Game 1 of the season series was opening day. Orleans won that one 5-4 in walk-off fashion on a blustery night in Orleans. The 0-1 swung on and fouled hard down the third base line. The second game of the season series happened just 2 days later, June 16th. That game played at Lowell Park, and Orleans won that one in much more dominant fashion, 8-2. The third game took place at Lowell Park in July. The pitch, called strike 3 on the outside corner. A punch out looking. That's Peyton Manka's third of the day. He's beginning to rack up those strikeouts.
And we've mentioned in previous games, that's when you know he's really getting it going. He starts out with a lot of soft contact in the air and on the ground, and then once the strikeouts start picking up, you know he's really finding a groove.
All 3 of his punch-outs have come in the last inning and 2 outs, you could say. 2 outs here in the third. The first pitch to Elijah Iquez called a strike on the inside half of the zone. 2 outs, bottom of 3. Orleans up 1-0 over Cotuit. The lone run, a solo shot from Dawson Bryce to start things off for Orleans in the second. 0-1 the pitch. A ball just missing the bottom part of the zone. Iquez is 1 for 1 today. He singled in the first. On the season, he is now hitting .284. The 1-1. Called a strike. Up just below the Firebirds script across the chest of his white jersey. Orleans with the white vests with the red script. Call me old school. I love a good vest jersey for baseball. 1-2 with 2 outs. Swung on and popped up a mile high, slicing towards the first base foul line. Calling for it is the second baseman, Sean Martinez, who makes the catch up above his head, a couple steps shy of first base. A 1-2-3 inning worked by Peyton Manka, a quick one. We'll head to the fourth. Cotuit still trailing Orleans 1-0.
Cape Cod 5 is proud to be the official banking partner of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Cape Cod 5 offers a broad range of financial products and services tailored for every stage in your financial journey. Reach out to us. We're here to help.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
There hasn't been a ton of training when it comes to bat speed or products for players to be able to train bat speed. You can improve your bat speed and reach your goals working 10 to 15 minutes a day on this a couple of times a week. That's a no-brainer for every player.
If you can dream it, if you can cruise in it, if you can summer in it, fish from it, or take it for a day at the beach, we can protect it. The Baldwin Group, protecting the possible.
Top of the fourth inning in this matchup between Cotuit and Orleans. The Kettleers trailing the Firebirds 1-0 on an overcast day. Not a whole lot happening weather-wise and not a whole lot happening hitting-wise. The Kets no runs on 2 hits. Orleans 1 run on 3 hits. Jack Natilli's the batter, up for the second time today. And he swings at the first pitch and fouls it back to the screen. Jack Natilli struck out swinging in his first plate appearance. That ended the first inning. The righty's been swinging a powerful stick this summer. He leads the Kets in home runs with 6 long balls. Half of those are grand slams. He swings at the second pitch, a slow dribbler towards second. Garza ranging to his left, and he can't hold on to the baseball. Natilli will reach safely. It was a weak grounder, but the Orleans infield was playing the shift. Garza had to cover a lot of ground to make that glove.
And it looked like he was thinking ahead of the glove and was trying to get into his motion just a little bit too early and couldn't quite pick it, even though he's typically really sure-handed over there at second.
It was a tough play for Garza to make. They credit Natilli with a hit. The batter's Nolan Stevens. He's 1 for 1 today. He singled his first time up. And the first pitch to him, he takes a fastball strike. When Stevens reached on his leadoff single in the second, he advanced to second on a wild pitch and then advanced to third on an errant throw down to second. Unable to come in to score. 0-1 the count with no one out. Long pause for Rab. He delivers. Swing and a miss from Natilli. Count now 0-2. Kets trailing by 1. The tying run is Jack Natilli. He's at first base. Talking things over with the first base coach for Cotuit, Nick Melton. Natilli with a 2-stride lead. Rab set at the belt. The righty kicks and deals the 0-2. Outside. The catcher, Cashel Duggar, points at him, indicates that's his spot. Count 1-2 on Nolan Stevens. One, two, the pitch. Swung on and fouled up and over the screen. Cotuit had an 8-run win yesterday over Harwich. They beat the Mariners 8-3. That was the best recent hitting performance from the Kettleers. In the last 5 games, the Kets have a slash line of 237, 302, and 325. 1-2 the count to Stevens. The pitch. Swung on and skied towards center field. Going back a couple of steps, Kyle Johnson. He'll camp, make the catch, and get it in quick as Natilli retreats back to first base. Stevens retired on the flyout to center, and the batter will be Taggart Tyson. The Kets slash line the last 5 games, it's about middle of the pack. Their 237 average is 5th best in the Cape in that time frame. The 302 on-base percentage is 9th, but the 325 slugging is also 5th. 40 hits in the last 5 games for the Kets. Here's the first pitch to Tyson. He takes a fastball strike at the knees. Their 40 hits are the 4th most, and only 2 of those have been long balls. Both have been off the bat of Caden Bogenpole. 0-1 the count to Taggart Tyson, and a pickoff move to first. Natilli's back safely with a head-first slide. The reason why that on-base percentage is so low is in the last 5 games, the Kets have only drawn 13 walks. That's 10th in the Cape League. The pitch. A ball outside. Count evens at 1 apiece. And this is a Kettleers team that has really good plate discipline. For a good majority of the season, the Kets were walked more than any other team in the Cape League. Just a bit of a recent stumble in that stat. The pitch swung on off the handle towards left center field, sinking fast, chasing it down is the center fielder Kyle Johnson, who ran a good 20-25 yards to his right to make that catch.
This Firebirds team has employed plenty of good center fielders this summer. We saw Jaden Bastian and Javar Williams earlier on this summer in the first couple of games. Now they've given way to Kyle Johnson, who covers just as much ground as those guys.
Luke Lavin now the batter. 2 outs, a runner on first in the form of Natilli. Here's the first pitch. A strike. Lavin today is 0 for 1. He struck out swinging his first time up. The Kettleers today have 3 hits. All of those have been leadoff hits. 1 in the first, 1 in the second, and now 1 in the fourth. That pitch finds the outside edge of the strike zone. Count now 0-2 with 2 outs in the top of the fourth. Orleans still holding on to a 1-0 lead. Outside of those leadoff hits, Cotuit has not been able to put together any other hitting today. 0-2 the count to Lavin. Here's the pitch. Swung on and fouled back to the screen. And Kettleers just looking to get a hit with an out on the scoreboard. All 3 hits today happening with no one out. It's been a good job from JT Rabb to buckle down with runners on the base paths. 0-2 with 2 outs. Fastball upstairs. Lavin on the season, he's hitting 200 flat. 1 ball, 2 strikes with 2 outs. The runner at first is Jack Natilli. Orleans with a 1-run lead. Here's the pitch. Swung on and fouled hard over the screen and out of play. Count stays put at 1-2.
Rabb has done a good job of getting through this Kettleers order time and time again, but he's nearing the 70 pitch mark, so I think this could be his last frame.
Just through pitch 69, this will be pitch 70. 1-2, misses outside. Count evens. Rabb now 70 pitches, 48 of them have been strikes. He had a pair of 20-pitch innings to start the game. He got that number down to 14 in the third. 2 outs here in the fourth, 2-2. Swung on a soft tapper up the middle. Iquez fielding it, running in, and makes the throw in time to retire. Luke Lavin at first base. 6-3 on the putout. Kettleers get a leadoff hit from Jack Natilli, and that's it. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left on base. Orleans still leading 1-0. We'll head to the bottom of 4 here on the Kettleers Digital Network.
There's a 0 chance that you'll want to miss our 0% for 72 months offer. For a limited time, CAT is offering 0% on the purchase of many new small excavators. That's 0% for better performance, 0% for next generation features.
Great machine. It's quite impressive.
0% for work tools too. But there's a 0% chance this offer will last. So contact Milton Cat before there's 0 time left. One source has it all. The pros' go-to rental choice for the newest and most reliable equipment for any job. One source that has a team you can rely on, the people and a name you trust, with the tools you need. One source with a location near you and wherever the work takes you. Milton Rents, the right equipment when and where you need it.
Bottom of 4, a good-sized crowd here on the corner of South Orleans Road and Eldridge Parkway. Plenty of fans sitting on lawn chairs and blankets on a berm up above the first base dugout. Peyton Manka out for his 4th inning of work, his first pitch of the inning, a swinging strike from Anthony Potestio, the 5-hole hitter for the Firebirds. He'll be followed by Dawson Bryce and Cashel Duggar, lefty, righty, lefty. And Dawson Bryce on deck hit a solo shot. The pitch. A ball just a bit upstairs. Count evens at 1-1 on Potestio. The right fielder's 0 for 1 today for Orleans. He flew out to left field. The 1-1 outside. Count now 2-1. Peyton Manka likes to work quick up on the mound. especially when he's on a bit of a roll. He worked a 1-2-3 inning in the third. The 2-1. Fastball up and in. Count 3-1. Good-sized crowd, a pretty lively one. A lot of nice chatter. Good amount of fans will do that. 3-1. Called a strike on the outside corner. Potestio started to make his way towards first base. 3-2 now the count. Orleans up 1-0 here in the bottom of fourth. It also helps that there's a good amount of Osprey that have been chirping the whole game. 3-2, wave and a miss. Fourth strikeout of the game for Peyton Manka. 3 of the last 5 outs recorded from the Mankinator have been punch-outs. He's really piecing together the strikeouts. The batter will now be Dawson Bryce, who had a solo shot. That's been the lone scoring in this game so far. The first pitch to Bryce. He takes a strike at the belt. Said there's a lot of Osprey out. They've been chirping. They're kind of perched up on the telephone pole right behind us. 0-1. Swung on and fouled back to the screen. 0-2.
And you can't see them, but you can certainly hear them through our headsets.
Can hear them chirping. They're very vocal. Don't know what they're saying, though. 0-2. Upstairs. 1-2.
I think they're saying, go Kettleers.
Is that your official translation?
I think so.
Do you speak Osprey?
Sometimes.
Depends on the day. 1-2. Just a bit outside. Man, that was close on the outside edge of the zone. Count evens at 2-2. Manka looking for back-to-back punch-outs. The lefty with a deep breath on the mound, standing like Michael Myers. Raises his tan glove, now kicks and deals. Fastball upstairs. Count now 3-2. Do you have a favorite sea bird, you could say? An ocean avian? 3-2. Wave and a miss. Back-to-back punch-outs for Peyton Manka. And now your answer.
Oh, well, I was thinking about it, and I can't think of my favorite off top. I mean, Pelicans are cool, and I love penguins. I mean, you think back to Madagascar, those movies, all the penguins in that one. I mean, those are my guys.
Cashel dug her up. The first pitch he takes. Bit outside, maybe a bit up on the fastball.
Big shout out to Rico.
Rico, Skipper, Private, and then the little one. 1-0, called a strike.
And if they count as a seabird, my least favorite are absolutely seagulls. Just a scourge on society.
We could do without seagulls. They are scoundrels. 1-1. Swung on and fouled up and over the screen and out of play. Penguins and pelicans, kind of a wide range of those aquatic flying creatures. Well, penguins don't fly. Pelicans, I think, do. Yeah, pelicans fly. 1-2. Swung on and fouled back to the screen. Duggar spoils a pitch at the top of the zone. Manka's working up there in the pitch count as well. That was pitch 68. Pitch 69 upcoming for Peyton Manka. 2 outs, bottom of 4. Orleans up 1-0. The pitch. Low and away. Good miss on a 1-2 count. Count now 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. No one on for Orleans. They're up by 1. The pitch. Fastball bit low. Couldn't clip the bottom part of the zone. Count now runs full. Manka today through 3 2/3 innings. He's already racked up 5 punch-outs. Here's the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss on a pitch. Oh, he fouled it. Just caught a piece of it. That was a good breaking ball low and away from Manka, and Cashel Duggar threw his hands at it to stay alive. That pitch was a ball. It was out of the zone. We'll do it again. 3-2 the count with 2 outs. Swing and a miss. That one for certain. Peyton Manka strikes out the side. Back-to-back 1-2-3 innings. Orleans still up 1-0, heading to the 5th here on the Kettleers Digital Network.
Ket's Baseball is brought to you by Beacon Gardens, Osterville's premier garden center. You'll find everything you need to beautify your home at Beacon Gardens, where quality products and excellent customer service make them Osterville's premier garden center. Visit Beacon Gardens on Osterville and West Barnstable Road.
Wake up to Cape Cod's finest coffee. Cape Cod Coffee roasts fresh daily using only the finest beans. With a wide variety of options, from light to dark, flavored to decaf, there's something for everyone. Visit locally in Mashpee Commons and off Route 130 in Mashpee, or venture over the bridge to Wareham Crossing, where each location offers a full bar and menu. Proudly supporting the Cotuit Kettleers, Cape Cod Coffee is passionate about our brews and our community.
You'll be ready to power up when the power goes out with generator maintenance and service from RCA Electric in Mashpee. From preventative maintenance plans to 24/7 emergency service, trust RCA to keep your generator humming. Call us or visit rcaelectric.com. RCA Electric and Generators in Mashpee, generating trust.
Low-scoring ball game here at Eldridge Park. Orleans with a 1-0 lead over Cotuit. We're in the top of the 5th. And it's been a great day from JT Rabb. He's worked 4 scoreless innings, only given up 3 hits. He's looked in command, Connor.
He absolutely has, and it comes from that great starting experience at Georgetown. He's one of their main guys and has come in and produced all the same over the summer. No different today, no runs over 4 innings, but the pitch count's getting pretty high. He's mid-70s right now, and you don't see guys dip into the 80s, 90s here on Cape too much, so you got to wonder where's the limit for him after so much work at school, and I think he's up over, or at least in double digits innings-wise here.
The batters this inning for the Kets will be Sean Martinez, Nick Greeny, and Camden Johnson, 8, 9, and 1. Here's the first pitch to Martinez. He swings and rips one foul down the third base line. That was hot off the bat of Martinez. Sean still looking for his first hit as a Kettleer, but this is only his second game. He's got plenty of time to find it. The BC Bird Ball making his way up on Cape late. Counts 0-1 with no one out here in the top of 5. The pitch. Looping breaking ball up above the head of Martinez. He had to duck so that didn't plunk his helmet. Count evens at 1-1. Shortstop Elijah Iquez playing deep in the pocket. Big gap up the middle. The pitch. Fastball misses a bit low. Count now 2-1 with no one out. Martinez, very limited sample size. He's 0 for 3. Does have a walk and a run. The pitch, wave and a miss on a pitch near his toes. Fooled by the breaking stuff, count evens at 2-2. Rabb now eclipsing 75 pitches through 4 complete innings. He's up to 19 2/3 on the summer. The pitch, and that plunks the front arm of Sean Martinez. Went up and in on him, hit him on his left upper forearm, just below the shoulder. That's his bicep area, bicep-tricep area.
The arm.
The arm. I tried to get too specific, and anatomy was never my subject. The batter's Nick Greeny, pitcher for the Kettleers. Greeny is 0 for 1 today. He grounded out his first time up, and he takes a strike at the knees. Greeny, 6'6", 245, a right-handed hurler out of Dallas, Texas. McLennan Junior College to Florida State, and now in the portal. The pitch, wave and a miss. Couldn't catch up to that fastball.
Well, he's committed to Louisiana Tech now, so I don't know, is a two-way now? Come on. If he gets a base hit here, you can get a base hit anywhere.
If I'm La Tech, I'm watching his tape right now, seeing how well he can poke it. 0-2, the pitch. Wave and a miss. Greeny down swingings. JT Rabb threw him a slew of fastballs.
And you're throwing against a pitcher. I think you're just going to attack him fastball until he challenges you. So he did the right thing, and now we've got a mound visit. I think this might be it for Rabb.
With 2 outs, just 1 out here in the top of the 5th, JT Rabb's night is done. Kelly Nicholson walks out to the mound to take the baseball from his hand and will make the call to the bullpen in right center field. We'll stay here for this brief pause as Orleans does a pitching change, and we'll hear from the 3rd member of our team, Brooke Kilgore, to talk all about our feathery friends here at Eldridge Park.
Thanks, Chris. I know you guys can hear them because they're practically right over our right shoulder right now. Devastating news coming out of the Firebirds Osprey pole pen, I guess we could call it. One Osprey had a fish in its claws as it was flying over, dropped it on the street, and was then collided into by a car. He's okay. We made sure we talked with him. He is off the IL right now, which is great. He's actually up there fighting with another Osprey, but we're happy to see him recovering and doing well. Back to you guys.
A very sad hit from the 3rd member of our team, Brooke Kilgore. Heaven almost gained another angel today with our Osprey friend who was carrying the fish. We watched it happen. The fish was weighing down the Osprey. He tried to land on a telephone pole, missed badly, and fluttered down to the street.
The big ticket will be missed very well.
Oh, it's nature. It's the circle of life, as they say. But the Osprey is okay. I would assume the fish is not. And there's plenty of Ospreys still here at Eldridge Park. We're very happy about that. And while we've been talking all things birds and baseball, Edward Hart has been wrapping up his warm-up pitches. A 6'5", 235 southpaw out of San Antonio, Texas, wrapped up his season as a Duke Blue Devil. This will be his 10th appearance for the Firebirds, all in relief. Through 8 complete innings, he's allowed 4 earned runs, 11 hits. He's walked 5 and struck out 7. He has a .450 flat ERA. The lefty will be taking on the lefty Camden Johnson, and then Ryan Farber, the switch hitter, who will be taking his on-deck cuts as a righty. Johnson shows bunt and lays it foul down the third base line.
We'll deliver our final piece of news on this Osprey. The fish was returned to him, thankfully, in one piece.
The fish was returned. So my deductive skills say that someone went out to the road to get the fish. Back pick to first, and Sean Martinez is back there safely.
Well, your deductive reasoning is correct, Chris. Someone scampered out there and found the fish for the Osprey.
Wow. That's all I can say. 0-1. Misses low to Johnson. Count now even at 1 apiece. 1 on with 1 out. Kettleers trailing Orleans 1-0. Did they toss the fish up? These Osprey are pretty high up. Oh, they put the fish over the fence, and then the Osprey came to get it. 1-1, wave and a miss on a breaking ball low and away. Well, it's a symbiotic relationship. That's something where 2 animals or 2 members of the animal kingdom work together. You scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. So that's humans and Osprey, I guess. 1-2 with 1 out, a runner on first. The pitch swung on a high chopper towards second. Gloved by Garza. He'll go to second for 1, but there won't be a throw to first. Camden Johnson's speed breaks up that double play, but Sean Martinez is retired on the 4-6 force out. Won't count as a hit for Camden Johnson. 2 outs now in the top of the 5th. Cotuit still looking for hit number 4. Ryan Farber's the batter. He's 0 for 1. He popped out his first time up and was walked in his second plate appearance. The switch hitter batting right-handed against the lefty. The first pitch misses low, and Cashel Duggar pounces on it after it spit from his glove. Farber on the season, still swinging impressive numbers. He's hitting .289. Back pick to first. Johnson's there safely. The lefty on the mound, Edward Hart, has a bit of a slingshot motion, a much steeper arm angle than JT Rabb. And now the back pick to first. Johnson instead breaks for second. The throw to second kicks off the glove of Elijah Iquez, and Johnson is safe. It was another back pick to first, but instead of diving back towards the first base bag, Johnson just broke for the second base bag, and the throw there was a bit rushed. Johnson's speed able to cause some havoc. The pitch to Farber, a strike at the knees. Count is now even, 1-1 on Ryan Farber, hitting right-handed. There's 2 outs here in the top of the 5th. The Kets still trail 1-0. The pitch swung on sharp grounder towards shortstop. Coming in to play at Iquez. He scoops and fires across the diamond in time to retire Ryan Farber. 6-3 on the putout. And thus ends another scoreless inning for the Kettleers. No runs on no hits when we return to the bottom of the 5th. Taking things over on play-by-play, Connor Shue. Beacon Gardens is a proud sponsor of the Kets, Osterville's premier garden center. Located on Osterville, West Barnstable Road, Beacon Gardens prides itself on quality products and excellent customer service. Check out their tremendous assortment of garden products. That's Beacon Gardens, Osterville's premier garden center.
Boston Hand to Shoulder, trusted orthopedic specialist for athletes and everyday people, is your go-to team for Boston's professional athletes and people across New England. So if an injury is slowing you down, Boston Hand to Shoulder is now on Cape Cod. Call 617-965-HAND for all your hand and upper extremity needs. Go Cats!
Need an ice cream fix this summer? Stop by the Four Seas Ice Cream in Centerville, the oldest ice cream shop in Massachusetts. They've been in business 91 years, carrying many of the same unbelievable flavors. Visit Four Seas Ice Cream and taste the difference.
It's the bottom of the 5th here at Eldridge Park, home of the Orleans Firebirds. Hi, everyone, and welcome back to the broadcast. Connor Shue here on play-by-play, joined by Chris Albright. As always, Peyton Manka out there for his 5th inning of work for the Kettleers, working in a 1-0 ball game. Kets are down to the Birds. Manka working against 8, 9, and 1. Here in the bottom of the 5th, it's Kyle Johnson, Ryan Kucherak, and Tyler Mayat. Johnson has a walk today in his lone plate appearance. He stole second. Manka into his motion. Here comes his first offer. That's taken a strike. Manka, 6 strikeouts through 4, 1 run allowed, 1 walk, 3 hits. The 6'6 lefty fires. Breaking pitch is just off the corner. It's 1-1. Manka's lone blemish, a solo homer off the bat of Dawson Bryce to open up the second. Here comes his 1-1. That's low. Lavin tried to frame it up, but it's 2-1. Johnson previously playing at Duke on his way to Virginia following headman Chris Pollard. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. 2-2. Pollard got hired by by Virginia soon after Duke was eliminated from postseason play. Here comes Manka's 2-2. Swing and a miss. 4 straight punch-outs by Peyton Manka. Up to a season-high 7 strikeouts through 4 1/3. Struck out the side in the 4th inning. Potestio, Bryce, and Duggar, and has continued that run to strike out Johnson swinging here in the 5th. 6 of his strikeouts have been swinging. Now it's Ryan Kucherak, the third baseman, swinging it right-handed. The pitch hits the inner corner, a strike. Manka is hammering the zone. 7 strikeouts to this point. Here comes his 0-1, low and away. Ball and a strike, count evens. Kucherak is 0 for 1 with a fly out to left field. Hitting with the lead. It's 1-0 Orleans. Manka fires. It's outside, 2-1. Manka faces the mound before he gets into his motion. Staring down home plate. He engages with Kucherak and fires the 2-1 outside. 3 balls, 1 strike to Kucherak. Haven't seen him down in a count too much today. Only 1 free pass. Here comes the 3-1. Right outside. Looked close, but just missed. Second walk issued by Manka.
For the Firebirds, designated hitter, number 11, Tyler Myatt.
Now it's Tyler Myatt, the left-handed DH. Here comes Tim O'Connor to make a check with Peyton Manka. Pitch count is getting up there for him. And I think this is the first mound visit to him. So this might just be a check. Manka can go long. He went 6 shutout in his last start against Wareham. O'Connor out there with the whole infield. Awaiting Tyler Myatt, who is 1 for 2 with a strikeout and a single. Myatt is a tough customer in the batter's box. Hit .480 at Walters State Community College as a freshman this past year, en route to becoming the JUCO Player of the Year, and he's only continued that production here on Cape. In 6 games, he holds a .333 batting average with a double and 3 homers, so half of his 8 hits are for extra bases. One of them was a 470-foot homer. This guy is committed to Tennessee for his sophomore year for good reason. He's in the left-handed batter's box. Manka tosses over to first. Myatt with a strong stance in the box. He stands 6 foot 210. A strong build for the left-handed swinging third baseman. He rips that first pitch high in the air, foul off to the left side. 0-1 count, lefty-lefty. Manka to Myatt. 1-0 game here in the bottom of the 5th. 1 down, a man on first. Manka stares down the runner at first. Johnson, he throws home. That's split straight off a pole, holding up the netting on the left side. You could hear that one in Cotuit. So it's 0-2. That clanged right above Cotuit's dugout. Manka's got an 0-2 count against the hard-swinging Myatt. Here it comes. Swing and a miss. 8 strikeouts tonight for Manka.
That's now the most strikeouts thrown by a Cotuit starting pitcher in an outing, taking the place of Joey Volchko, who had 7 in a start earlier this summer.
Volchko only got to make 2 starts as a Ket this summer, but he made an impact. Manka faces off against Alejandro Garza now. First pitch to him, runner goes. The throw down is well in time. Lavin hosed the runner, Kyle Johnson. For out number 3, Manka's through 5 complete. 1-0 is your score. 1 walk. And the 1 runner retired. On the bases, it's a 1-0 ball game going into the top of 6 here at Eldridge Park.
The Kettleers Call to the Bullpen is brought to you by longtime Cotuit residents Pat and John Callahan of Kinlan Grover Compass. With over 4 decades of experience in commercial lending and real estate, Pat and John are the go-to choice for all things in real estate in Cotuit and surrounding towns. Visit them at 618 Falmouth Road in Mashpee. That's the Callahans from Kinlan Grover Compass, proud sponsors and longtime fans of the Kettleers.
Boston Hand to Shoulder are a proud sponsor of the Cotuit Kettleers, trusted orthopedic specialist for athletes and everyday people. Their expert team treats everything from sports injuries to everyday wear and tear, helping patients of all ages get back to what they love. Boston Hand to Shoulder is now on the Cape. Call 617-965-HAND for all your hand and upper extremity needs.
Be safe and comfortable in your home in any season with a Generac automatic standby generator from RCA Electric and Generators in Mashpee. RCA does it all, from consultation to installation to maintenance. For more information, visit rcaelectric.com. RCA Electric and Generators in Mashpee, generating trust. We're through 5 complete here at Eldridge Park. It's a 1-0 ball game. Orleans leads Cotuit. Edward Hart, the Duke lefty, out there for his second inning of work. Got the final 2 outs of the 5th inning. He faces off against the middle part of Cotuit's order. Caden Bogenpole, Jack Natilli, and Nolan Stevens step up. Bogenpole, the left-handed swinging center fielder from Missouri State, will lead it off. He's got a walk and a strikeout to his name today. Kettleers up to bat, 3rd time through the order. They got JT Rabb out of the game through 4 1/3, but couldn't score a run off him. Had 3 hits and 2 walks. Connor Shue, Chris Albright here in the top of the 6th. Overcast skies here in Orleans. First pitch to Bogenpole is low, a ball. Bogenpole's riding a nice 2-game stretch. 4 for 9 with 2 long balls, 4 runs driven in. Back-to-back games with a homer for the first time this summer. The pitch is outside, out of Hart's hand. It's 2-0. Bogenpole, the center fielder, has been coming along recently. Had quite the start. That pitch is swung through and missed by Bogenpole. A long swing off that one. It's 2-1. But he had an explosive start. Walked and hit a homer in his first 2 plate appearances. Watches a ball in the dirt smothered by the catcher, Cashel Duggar. Hart's wasting no time on the bump. He works third base side of the slab. Kicks and pitches. That's taken a strike. 3-2. Counts full for Bogenpole. The Missouri State center fielder is ready. Lefty-lefty matchup. Here's the pitch. Swung on and cracked high out into right field. Coming into play, it is Potestio who makes the grab. Head high, 1 down. Now it's Jack Natilli. 1 for 2 with an infield single and a strikeout swinging. Natilli had that red-hot beginning of July. Has tailed off a little bit, but had a great game a week ago against Hyannis. 2 for 4 with a grand slam and a double. Natilli enters the right-handed batter's box with an uneven stance. Hart fires. Skips out of the glove of Duggar, who tried to range to his right to keep the ball in play. Hart settles, fires. That's a strike on the outer half. Cotuit, 15-18-3 on the season, 3rd in the West Division. Hart goes home. Inside a strike, 1-2. Cotuit, only a few games left in the regular season this summer, trying to hold on to their playoff spot. They're a game and a half above Falmouth in last. Half a game up on Hyannis. The pitch swung on, cracked down the third base line. That one fell.
And both Falmouth and Hyannis are losing right now. The Commodores trailing 3-0 against Chatham, and Hyannis down 3-2 against Bourne.
Doesn't hurt that Wareham, the first place team in the division, is losing as well. Hart's 1-2. Swung on and lined over the shortstop's glove into left field. Back-to-back base hits for Jack Natilli.
And it was a nice simple swing from Natilli. Just making some good solid contact. Got enough underneath the baseball to keep it elevated out of the infield over the glove of Iquez. And I mean, Natili's just piecing together some base hits now.
He got the hands in on an inside pitch. Here comes Nolan Stevens. He's 1 for 2 with a single. Lefty-lefty matchup between him and Hart. He checks second, fires home. Big swing and a miss. Early on the breaking pitch. He's looking first pitch fastball. Hart threw a full inning of work. Pitches with a runner on first, Jack Natili. 1-0 ball game. Orleans is up. Hart goes home. Pitch hits the corner. It's 0-2. Stevens down quick. The Firebirds on the flip side of where the Kettleers are. They're 19-15-2, second in the East Division. Hart checks first, fires home, swing and a miss. Out in front on another breaking pitch, 2 down. Runner still on first. That was Edward Hart's first strikeout. Now it's Taggart Tyson. Swinging it right-handed, naturally a catcher slash first baseman, but he's playing left field today. Tyson today is 0 for 2 with a pop-up and a flyout. Tyson's ready with a crouch stance in the right-handed batter's box. Hart slung it over to first. Just a check of the runner, Natili. This is Tyson's first recorded game playing left in his college career. Hart, his first throw to Tyson, is lined on the ground straight towards second base. Pops off the glove of Garza, and he has no play. 2 men aboard for the Kets. Garza with another tough play over at second.
That one he wasn't really moving on. Got in front of the baseball. I would have to imagine that the ruling on that one will be an E4. If Garza was able to keep a good glove on it, he could have had a 4-3 double play.
And they call it an error. He missed it with his glove, and it skipped off his wrist just behind him. First pitch to Luke Lavin is low a ball. 1-0 count. 2 runners on, Jack Natili on second, and Taggart Tyson on first. 1-0 ball game. Orleans up in a pitcher's duel against Cotuit. The pitch taken inside on the hands of Lavin, wearing his Stanford Cardinal red batting gloves. He's playing catcher today. All 3 natural catchers are active in this game in the lineup. Swing and a miss. It's 2-1. Lavin the backstop today. Jack Natili is playing first base for the first time this summer. Taggart Tyson playing left for the first time this summer. It is a 2-1 count to Luke Lavin. The lefty Hart fires. Tapped high on the ground. Charging is the third baseman Kuchrak, who fires in time. A strike to first base. Retires the side. 2 left on 1 hit. To Edward Hart's line, we're going to the bottom of the 6th with a 1-0 ball game. Orleans still in front.
The Kettleers Interns and the very popular T-shirt toss is brought to you by Paul J. Casalt & Sons, certified roofing experts, proudly serving Cape Cod and Plymouth since 1927. If you've got roofing, siding, or gutter needs, let the Casalt family take care of your family.
Hi, Connor Shue here. Beacon Gardens is Osterville's premier garden center. Located on Osterville and West Barnstable Road, Beacon Gardens prides itself on quality products and excellent customer service. Check out their tremendous assortment of garden products. That's Beacon Gardens, Osterville's premier garden center. You'll be ready to power up when the power goes out with generator maintenance and service from RCA Electric in Mashpee. From preventative maintenance plans to 24/7 emergency service, trust RCA to keep your generator humming. Call us or visit rcaelectric.com. RCA Electric and Generators in Mashpee. Generating trust.
We're through 5.5 here at Eldridge Park. 1-0 ball game. The Firebirds up on the Kettleers. Peyton Manka's day is done. He threw 5 complete innings of 1-run ball, 3 hits, 1 walk, and a Cotuit Kettleers season high 8 strikeouts. He gives way to the righty, Zane Starling.
Zane Starling just wrapping up his year at the University of North Florida. He has been making some consistent appearances out of the bullpen for Cotuit. The 6-foot flat 195 right-handed pitcher out for his 4th appearance of the season, all in relief. He's already thrown 3 innings flat. He's given up 10 hits, 5 runs, all of those earned, walked none and struck out 2. Kind of inflated numbers from his first appearance. He's been looking more and more solid as the season has gone on. He currently sits at a 15 ERA, but he's been chipping it down as he's gone on. So looking just for a clean inning here. Keep this a 1-run ball game.
Starling, the 6-foot right-hander, is ready to face off against 2 through 4 in the Firebirds order. First, it's Alejandro Garza, the second baseman, swinging it right-handed from Cal Poly. Then he's got Robbie Levy and Elijah Iquez. Garza, the all-Big West first-teamer, is 0 for 2 today with a pair of flyouts. That first pitch, a ball inside. Starling from North Florida, over in the Atlantic Sun Conference. Starling pumps and deals a high fastball.
And do you know North Florida's mascot?
I looked it up earlier this season, and it's leaving me. Do you?
I believe they're the Ospreys.
You're kidding.
It's fitting.
The pitch cracked out to right field, hooking down for a base hit in front of Nolan Stevens. Garza is a leadoff base runner.
It was a softer shot off the bat going opposite field, and it was sinking fast. Stevens, no matter how quick he may be out there, had to watch that one fall a couple of feet in front of him.
Now it's Robbie Levy, a flyout and a strikeout looking for him in his 2 at-bats against Peyton Manka today. He's a left-handed swinging left fielder. Here comes the pitch. Cracks it high in the air on a line out to left field. It hits the net, and it's out of play. Levy is going through a tough stretch. He is 6 for 32 over his last 2 weeks of games. Trying to get right tonight. Lefty-righty matchup against Zane Starling on the hill for the Kets. He works with an even setup, fires over to first. Couldn't get the runner, Garza, who is prone to steal. Starling works towards the third base side of the rubber, slightly towards the middle of the slab. Another pickoff attempt. Almost drew Natili off the bag.
Do you want to see a picture of Ozzy the Osprey, the mascot of North Florida?
Wow. Big fan. I think I'll have to go to some North Florida games. Here's the pitch. That's low, a ball. You think Zane's a fan of the Osprey?
Maybe. I mean, it's a cool mascot. The mascot looks exactly like a real osprey. It's not off-colored or anything. They made it look correct.
It's a good representation. Here's the pitch. Fastball was high and away. Has some pop into the glove of Luke Lavin. So it is a 2-1 count. No outs, 1 base runner. It's Garza on first. 1-0 game. Orleans up here in the bottom of the 6th. The pitch. Hit on a line out into left field, sinking fast, but Tyson has it read. Head high grab for out number 1. 1 down for Starling, a base runner on first. Nighttime has fallen. All the field lights are on at full strength here at Eldridge Park. It's a unique setup. Got a massive hill down the first base line with plenty of fans up and down, and a much smaller hill down the third base line for the road crowd. Starling faces Iquez. First pitch is hit high, sinking down into right field, and Martinez made a sliding grab, a fantastic play He went down feet first and made a basket catch just above his chest to rob Iquez of a base hit.
That baseball was well outside of the range of a typical second baseman. Martinez was on his horse the second that left the bat of Iquez, and all he could do when that ball was sinking was just extend out and make the catch. Did a really good job getting there.
Pretty glove work from the second baseman Martinez. Pickoff move to first. It was close to Garza. Starling has a quick snap throw over there. Here's Anthony Potestio, the left-handed bat, stepping in from UC Santa Barbara. He takes a ball inside. It popped out of Lavin's glove. He tosses back to his pitcher. Potestio, one of many Big West guys in this lineup. I mean, Garza, Iquez, just to name a few. Here's the pitch. Taken just up high. Starling trying to work through a clean inning. Starling takes a breath, peeks over at first. He's set at his chest. The kick and the pitch. That's just inside. Breaking pitch missed the corner. Starling didn't love the call. Cotuit's only a game and a half behind Bourne. That's low and inside. 4-pitch walk issued to Potestio. Now there's 2 on with 2 outs.
This will be the first real time we've seen a lot of threats on the base paths today. In fact, you have to go back to the first inning when you wanted to see Orleans with multiple runners on the base paths at the same time. And, you know, for Starling, this is a big opportunity for him to really buckle down.
He faces Dawson Bryce now. Looks at second, fires home. That's a strike on the outer half. Bryce has drove in the lone run on a solo shot out to left. It just floated out there long enough to get over the fence. 2 runners on. Starling goes home. That is clipped foul over the netting. Garza's on second. He's aboard with a single. Anthony Potestio is on first with a walk. 2 All-Big West honorees. Potestio, All-Big West honorable mention. Garza, first team. Starling facing Bryce. Righty-righty matchup. He looks home. Great stop by Lavin on a pitch that skipped outside. He ranged to his right like a hockey goalie to stop it.
Cotuit has had multiple great defensive catchers this season. Attili and Lavin, top class when it comes to blocking ability.
Starling got a 1-2 count. He throws, swing and a miss on the high fastball. Got Bryce on the high cheese, left 2 runners on. It is still a 1-0 ball game after a hit and a walk to Starling's line. Before we go to the top of the 7th, we'll go to Jaden Marine for a sideline hit. Jaden?
Thanks, fellas. The Cotuit offense has seen quite a few variations of the lineup throughout the summer with player movement and such. And someone who's really reaped the benefits is Cam Johnson. Since taking over the leadoff spot on July 17th and the departure of infielder Jaron Avincula, Johnson has hit for a .325 average, going 13 for 40 with 4 extra base hits. He's sporting a .378 on-base percentage and an .828 OPS during that stretch. And when he does reach base, he tends to wreak havoc. His fleet-foot speed serves as a key distraction for opposing pitchers as he's racked up 15 stolen bags on 19 tries. This, paired along with his defensive versatility and being able to play multiple infield spots as well as the outfield, have made him one of the most valuable pieces for the Kettleers this season. Hopefully he can continue to be a spark plug at the top of the lineup heading into the final week of the regular season and beyond. Back to you guys.
Thank you very much, Jaden. We're through 6 complete. Top of the 7th up next. 1-0 Orleans.
Be safe and comfortable in your home in any season with a Generac automatic standby generator from RCA Electric and Generators in Mashpee. RCA does it all from consultation to installation to maintenance. For more information, visit rcaelectric.com. RCA Electric and Generators in Mashpee, generating trust.
Ed Hart out for his 2nd complete inning. He faces off against Sean Martinez, Nick Greeny, and Cam Johnson. We're in the top of the 7th. 1-0 ball game, Orleans up. Hart kicks, fires outside to Martinez. The second baseman made a spectacular grab out in the right field area. As part of the sixth inning, that pitch outside. 2-0 to Martinez. He was sliding feet first, made a basket catch to rob a base hit of Elijah Iquez. The pitch outside, hit the corner. Here's the pitch. That's taken up high. It is a 3-1 count to Martinez. So Nick Greeny started off this game DHing. He is a pitcher. Here comes the pitch. Cracked high and foul past the light pole in right field. And his day is done. 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Now it's going to be Ryan Buckler getting ready to step in after Sean Martinez. Here's the pitch. Cracked on the ground, a couple hops to the first baseman, Bryce, who flips it to the pitcher, spinning around and making the play at first for 1 out. Here comes Ryan Buckler, who's played a role on offense earlier this season, pinch running against Harwich last week.
Yeah, so technically he has a registered offensive statistic, but yeah, he's a typical pitcher. So this will be interesting to see. We're seeing a couple of guys who haven't swung a bat since high school.
Buckler, the now starting pitcher for the Kettleers out of Florida Atlantic, started the season as a reliever but has made 4 starts for the Kettleers. Now he's swinging it from the right side. The first pitch to him takes inside, just stepped off the plate. The scout on Buckler has a pretty straight up stance. Middle of the box, a slight crouch. The pitch, cracked high and foul. Took a good cut on that one. It's 1-1.
Didn't bat any at Virginia Tech. Hasn't batted at FAU.
He's swinging it with 1 down. The pitch, cracked high on the ground, a topper foul. It's 1-2. Buckler batting with 1 down, no one on. It's a 1-0 game. It's been that way for a while. The last run scored in the second on a solo shot by Dawson Bryce. The pitch draws and hits the corner. 2 down, strikeout looking to the pinch hitter, Ryan Buckler. Here's Cam Johnson stepping up, the third baseman, swinging it left-handed. His 4th plate appearance today. Had a hustle double his first time up. Grounded out to short his next time and reached on a fielder's choice in the 5th. Hart fires home. Check swing on a low pitch. They go to third for the call. They say he went around. 0-1 to Johnson, hitting around 300 this summer. He's been at that mark for the past couple of weeks. The pitch bounces off home plate in the chest protector of Duggar off to the left side. It's 1-1. No harm, no foul for Hart with no one on base. Counts even, ball and a strike. Hart, 2 1/3 innings through in his relief appearance. Here it comes. Big swing and a miss on a high and tight fastball. It's 1-2. Johnson looking to start some sort of rally for the Kettleers, who have 4 hits and no runs in this one. Couple walks as well. Hart shakes off a couple pitches, comes set at his letters. Kicks, deals, just off the plate. It's 2-2. Johnson sporting a 4-game hit streak after he had that double in the first. Trying to earn Cotuit some more insurance going into playoff time. The pitch, skied on the infield off to the third base side. The shortstop calling everyone off. Iquez makes the grab, falling into the outfield. 3 up, 3 down in this one for Edward Hart. We're going to the bottom of the 7th here momentarily on Cape League TV. It's 1-0 Orleans.
Be safe and comfortable in your home in any season with a Generatic automatic standby generator from RCA Electric and Generators in Mashpee. RCA does it all, from consultation to installation to maintenance. For more information, visit rcaelectric.com. RCA Electric and Generators in Mashpee, generating trust.
Hi, Connor Shue here. Wake up to Cape Cod's finest coffee. Cape Cod coffee roasts fresh daily, using only the finest beans. With a wide variety of options from light to dark, flavored to decaf, there's something for everyone. Visit locally in Mashpee Commons and off Route 130 in Mashpee, or venture over the bridge to Wareham Crossing, where each location offers a full bar and menu. Proudly sponsoring the Cotuit Kettleers, Cape Cod Coffee is passionate about our brews and our community.
Boston Hand to Shoulder, trusted orthopedic specialist for athletes and everyday people, is a proud sponsor of the Cotuit Kettleers. They're the go-to team for Boston's professional athletes and people across New England. So if an injury is slowing you down, Boston Hand to Shoulder is now on Cape Cod. Call 617-965-HAND for all your hand and upper extremity needs.
Zane Starling threw a scoreless 6th inning, allowed a leadoff single, but retired 3 of the next 4 he saw to get out of it. Here comes a pinch hitter for Cashel Duggar. Javar Williams, the center fielder, enters the left-handed batter's box to lead off. He's batting 7th. Then it's Kyle Johnson and Ryan Kucherak to round out the order. Again, Zane Starling here in the bottom of the 7th. His first pitch is low and inside, a strike with a fastball. 1-0 score. Orleans remains in the lead. It's been all pitching today. The lone run, a solo shot off Peyton Manka. The pitch, low, 1-1. Starling's North Florida Ospreys were 27-29 this year. Lost their 2 games in the A-Sun tournament. The pitch, bunt tapped down the left field line, foul. Lost a tough one, 10-2 against Austin Peay. And faced North Alabama. 11-14 was the final of that one. Peay was the number 1 seed in the A-Sun. North Alabama 3. Here's the pitch. Swing and a chopper down the third base line. Johnson gloves, long throw from behind the bag. What a stretch by Natilli to get to it, but Williams was safe. An infield single to the deepest part of third base.
Johnson did a good job of gobbling that baseball up, keeping it in front of him, and made the long throw across. It was a bang-bang play at first, but Javar Williams, fleet of foot down the first base line, got his speed activated. That's what won him the single.
We saw Williams plenty in the first couple of games, and he finds his way onto the field again. He's on first, and he's a threat to steal. He's got 11 bags this summer. Starling now pitches to Kyle Johnson, swinging it right-handed. He's the current center fielder in this game. A throw back to first. Starling will certainly be wary of Williams over there at the bag. He dusts off his jersey and takes a short lead off. Starling checks over at first. He comes set just above his numbers. Another throw back. Good throw and tag by him and Natilli, but not quite in time for the quick twitch athleticism of Javar Williams. He's got a medium lead off first. Starling kicks and pitches. Low and away, 1-0. 1 run to Orleans, none for Cotuit. That's where we are in the bottom of the 7th. A runner on with no outs. Starling throws, runner goes, or comes back, took a massive jump off of first. Got at least a quarter of the way to second before retreating. So it's 2-0. Starling Fires. Now Williams goes. That's low. A ball. The throw down. Not in time off the hop. Farber had to make a high, or Martinez had to catch it high by his letters and didn't have time to get Williams. So Javar Williams, the Demon Deacon, has his 12th stolen base of the summer. It is a 2-1 count. That second pitch was called a strike. Starling the Osprey fires home. Right down the middle. 2-2. Starling threw his best outing of the summer so far. Trying to keep it that way. Makes a check of second, looks home, delivers outside. 3-2. Strong take by Johnson, who's got a walk to his name today. 0 for 1. Struck out swinging his next time up. He sets up shop in the right-handed batter's box, loaded up towards the back. Here comes the pitch. Zipped just outside, but hit the corner. Strike 3 called. Second strikeout of the night for Zane Starling. Johnson was questioning the call, but he's back to the dugout regardless. Another pinch hitter. Kai Wagner, the shortstop, going to Pitt by way of Northern Colorado. Here comes Tim O'Connor to have a chat with Zane Starling. He shakes his head, and this could be the signal that that's it for Starling. If he stays in, he'll face off against the pinch hitter Kai Wagner, not Ryan Kucherek. And Starling gets sent back to the dugout. There will be a new pitcher here soon. 1 on second with 1 down here in the bottom of the 7th. It is a 1-0 game. Orleans up on Cotuit. Don't go anywhere here on Cape League TV.
Wake up to Cape Cod's finest coffee. Cape Cod coffee roasts fresh daily using only the finest beans. The wide variety of options from light to dark, flavored to decaf, there's something for everyone. Visit locally in Mashpee Commons and off Route 130 in Mashpee, or venture over the bridge to Wareham Crossing, where each location offers a full bar and menu. Proudly sponsoring the Cotuit Kettleers, Cape Cod Coffee is passionate about our brews and our community.
Beacon Gardens is Osterville's premier garden center. You'll find everything you need to beautify your home at Beacon Gardens, where quality products and excellent customer service make them Osterville's premier garden center. Visit Beacon Gardens on Osterville, West Barnstable Road.
Boston Hand to Shoulder, trusted orthopedic specialist for athletes and everyday people, brings you to the Kettleers' top of the order. They're the go-to team for Boston's professional athletes and people across New England. So if an injury is slowing you down, Boston Hand to Shoulder is now on Cape Cod. Call 617-965-HAND for all your hand and upper extremity needs.
Is the score. Orleans up here in the bottom of the 7th. New pitcher in relief of Zane Starling is Michael Gray, going to Pitt by way of Denison.
The 6'2", 195 southpaw has made now 2 appearances for Cotuit after making 2 previously for Harwich this summer. He's thrown 5 innings total this summer between the 2 teams, and he hasn't allowed a run yet. He's walked 3 and struck out 4.
He's going to Pitt after a few seasons at Division III Denison. The lefty fires home a strike with a fastball. Got it against Kai Whelan, who he'll be teammates with next spring. Another transfer in for the Pitt Panthers. Gray fires home. Another strike, it's 0-2. He's pitching with traffic on the bases. Javar Williams is on second. He stole off Zane Starling earlier in the inning. So Starling's line is not final. Gray a long look at second. Kicks and pitches. Tapped foul not far from the batter's backs off to the right side. Count holds at 0-2. Gray is a 6'2" lefty from Lake Forest, Illinois. Has 5 scoreless innings this summer between Harwich and Cotuit. Kicks and pitches. Fastball drew just away. Ball and 2 strikes. 1 runner on, that's Williams on second. 1 down in the frame, 1-0 ball game. Orleans leading Cotuit. The pitch, swing and a miss, well out in front was Kai Whelan on a dipping breaking ball out of the hand of Michael Gray.
Designated hitter.
So the lefty coming in and doing his job against the same-handed hitter, Kai Whelan. Now he faces another lefty in Tyler Myatt. This one, a bigger challenge. Myatt, the JUCO player of the year at Walters State. First pitch to him, looks at a ball low. 1-0. Myatt is 1 for 3, a single and a pair of strikeouts swinging. He struck out to end the 5th inning. Gray a long look at second. He kicks and fires. Swing and a miss. Big cut on an inside pitch. Myatt's been swinging it well this summer. .333 average. And has cut down the strikeouts, but 2 today. It's a 1-1 count. Gray steps off. Will readjust his cap.
Just 8 hits, make it 9 with today's hit from Myatt on the season, but a third of those have been long balls.
The pitch, taken inside corner, a strike. It's 1-2. Cotuit's going to be watching the scoreboards closely tonight. Falmouth in last place in the West is up 4-3 on Chatham in the top of the 9th. Cotuit's a game and a half above them. Gray, standing straight up on the hill, fires, checks, swing. They'll go to third, no swing. It's 2-2 after a close call on Myatt. Bourne is up 3-2 on Hyannis. They're just above Cotuit in the standings. Hyannis a half game below Cotuit. Gray looks home. That's a swing and a miss, a sword. Issued by Michael Gray. 2 strikeouts, the only 2 batters he faced here in the 7th. To get out of it, it's still 1-0. 1 runner left on base going into the top of the 8th.
Be safe and comfortable in your home in any season with a Generac automatic standby generator from RCA Electric and Generators in Mashpee. RCA does it all from consultation to installation to maintenance. For more information, visit rcaelectric.com. RCA Electric and Generators in Mashpee, generating trust.
The Kettleers Top of the Order is brought to you by Boston Hand to Shoulder, trusted orthopedic specialists for athletes and everyday people. Their expert team treats everything from sports injuries to everyday wear and tear, helping patients of all ages get back to what they love. Boston Hand to Shoulder is now on the Cape. Call 617-965-HAND for all your hand and upper extremity needs.
Top of the 8th here at Eldridge Park, home of the Orleans Firebirds. It's 1-0. They're up on Cotuit late in this ball game. There's a new pitcher out there for Orleans. It's Brady Fox, another left-hander coming out of the pen. Plays his baseball at UMBC. 5'10" lefty. Going into his sophomore season, and If the name UMBC rings any bells, I think you can go back to when they upset ¡1 Georgia in March Madness. What was that, 7 years ago?
I think that was Virginia.
It was, yeah.
Yeah. Now the first time that a 16 seed is upset a 1 seed. It happened a year or two later when FDU upset Purdue, but
Fairleigh Dickinson. Wow.
UMBC making a name for themselves then. Brady Fox has been making a name for himself this summer. He was activated to the Orleans roster July 23rd, just about a week ago, and this will be his 4th appearance already out of the bullpen. He has gone a solid 2 innings, allowing no runs, only 1 hit, 2 walks, and 2 strikeouts.
And he had a tumultuous season at UMBC, 892 earner on average and 37 1/3 innings pitched. Played various roles, 14 games played, 10 starts, made a save as well. The lefty will face off against Ryan Farber, a switch hitter batting right-handed. Then Caden Bogenpole and Jack Natilli will follow. Farber is 0 for 2 with a walk today. Yesterday, he had a pair of doubles. Fox steps, kicks, pitches. Fastball was zipped in there for a strike. So Falmouth got Chatham. Their playoff hopes stay alive. Fox, here comes his 0-1. Just a bit low. It's 1-1. But you take a look at these standings, and Chatham they're hanging on by a thread, or they might just be out of it at this point. Fox will fire. Swing and a ball cracked down the third baseline, foul.
Gonna have to check my math. I think if everything's updated as it should, Chatham is now 6 points out of playoff contention. Should Brewster lose out, and Chatham would win out, they would be tied points-wise. But I would have to imagine Brewster has that season series, the tiebreaker.
And Brewster's up 7-1 on Wareham in the top of the 8th right now, so it's not looking too good. The 1-2 drifts well outside, popped off the glove of Robbie Levy, now behind the dish. There's some defensive changes. Kai Wagner's in at third. And I think Williams should be out there in left or center. The pitch, checked on, no swing.
Yeah, Williams will be in center, and then Kyle Johnson shifts over to left field. Robbie Levy, I believe, is doing the catching.
Levy's a natural catcher, didn't really play much outfield before this summer. So he's back to his natural spot. Cashel Duggar's day is done. Here's the 3-2. Lined back up the middle past the shortstop, a base hit. Farber has his first hit of the night in a timely spot here in the 8th.
Cotuit has been getting base hits today. They've just been coming to start innings. That's now the 4th time today that the Kettleers have started the inning with a base hit. The only problem is the Kets have had one other hit outside of those times. So unless there's no outs on the scoreboard, the Cotuit bats have been stifled.
The trouble has been getting rallies going. We'll see if they can here. First pitch to Bogenpole's in the dirt. Good glove by Levy. Bogenpole swinging it left-handed. 0 for 2 with a walk. Coming off back-to-back games with homers. Fox settles on the hill, looks at first, fires over there. He'll try to keep Farber honest. And Farber not afraid to go. 9 stolen bases on 11 attempts this summer. Bogenpole's ready. Fox staring over at first, looks home, fires a ball low. Fox pitching out of the stretch, faces directly at first base. He doesn't look home until he starts his motion. Pitches, Let's lift it high into the night sky out to left field, drifting towards the wall. Making the grab is Kyle Johnson for out number 1. Firebirds breaking for second after that ball got out of the glove of Garza, the second baseman. So he manages to advance on a high fly ball from first to second.
That's the smart base running from Ryan Farber. He's got such a high IQ out on the base paths. Anytime an opportunity is presented to him to take a base, he'll take advantage of it. Even in those moments where it's a throw coming into the infield and it just kicks off the glove, he'll still run and swipe a bag.
Fox now faces Natilli, trying to navigate a one-out base runner on second. That shot softly into left. Coming in to play it and making the grab is Kyle Johnson, who just left his mid out and made a basket catch off to his right side for the second out.
Now, Johnson has been busy this inning after shifting over to left field. He's had to chase down a deeper pop out from Bogenpol, a shallow pop out from Natilli, and he's done a good job of covering that ground.
2 down quickly on a couple of flyouts to the left side. This brings in Nolan Stevens, the left-handed swinging right fielder. First pitch to him, tapped on the ground up the middle towards the shortstop. Iquez gloves at his chest, fires in time. Leadoff base runner yields nothing for the Kettleers. Farber got on with a single, and then it was back-to-back flyouts and a ground out. That ends the top of the 8th. It is 1-0 still here at Eldridge Park. Michael Gray out there for his second inning. Up next on Cape League TV.
Hey, it's Chris, and when I'm looking for a cold treat, I go to 4 Seas Ice Cream in Centerville, the oldest ice cream shop in Massachusetts. They've been in business 91 years, carrying many of the same unbelievable flavors. Visit 4 Seas Ice Cream and taste the difference.
Hi, I'm Connor Shue. Kettleers Baseball is brought to you by longtime Cotuit residents Pat and John Callahan of Kinlan Grover Compass. With over 4 decades of experience in commercial lending and real estate, Pat and John are the go-to choice for all things real estate in Cotuit and surrounding towns. Visit them at 681 Falmouth Road in Mashpee. That's the Callahans from Kinlan Grover Compass, proud sponsors and longtime fans of the Kettleers.
The Kettleer Interns and the very popular T-shirt toss are brought to you by Paul J. Casalt & Sons, certified roofing experts proudly serving Cape Cod and Plymouth since 1927. If you've got roofing, siding, or gutter needs, let the Casalt family take care of your family.
It's the bottom of the 8th inning. Michael Gray out there for the Kettleers, trying to keep it a 1-0 game. He'll face off against Garza, Levy, Iquez, 2 through 4 in the Firebirds order. And that part of the order has combined to go 2 for 9 tonight. But don't underestimate them. Garza, his last time up, ripped a single to right field. The righty steps in, playing second base. He's made a couple of miscues in the field, but is making up for it at the dish. Gray unloads. First pitch strike. Huge gap in the middle of the infield. The second baseman Ramirez playing closer to the bag than the shortstop Farber. The pitch, swing and a miss. It's that tight sinker for Gray that he gets most of his swing and a miss on. It's an 0-2 count. Still a 1-0 game. Umpire calls time. Gray will readjust up on the mound. Still a good group of fans out here on each side. This game important for both teams. The pitch, swing and cracked out to right field. Bounces by Stevens, who tried to dive for it. Garza chugging over to second. Bogenpol has it and gets it in quickly. Garza in for 2.
We've seen Stevens out in right field make a couple of plays where he's just tried to dive and get the baseball, and he's normally very successful at those. That baseball was well in front of him, took a big hop over his glove and allowed an extra base taken by Alejandro Garza.
Just made a late dive on it. Now it's Robbie Levy batting with a runner on second, and it's the quick Garza. The pitch taken inside on the corner, 0-1. Levy swings it left-handed. He's 0 for 3. It's now a 6 for 35 stretch for him. Gray, a check of second. Garza's dancing over there. The pitch is inside. It's 1-1. They're still trying to decide whether that's a single or a double for Garza. They could call it an error on Stevens. But it was a tough play to make, so they could still score that too. That was low. Ball 2. Gray's been pounding the zone. 14 pitches, 10 strikes. Officially a double for Garza. He's 2 for 4. The pitch swung on a pitch at his eyes. 2-2. Took his ace swing on that one. Gray hangs over the mound. He comes set above his belt. Kicks, unloads. Check, no swing. The pitch was just outside. Gray battling against Levy. It's a full count. It's a pressure-filled situation here in the bottom of the 8th. The runner on second. 1-run game. Orleans is up. The pitch cracked on the ground towards short. Farber gloves with 2 hands. Guns over to first in time. 1 down, but a runner on third is Garza. Orleans looking for win number 20 on the season. They are one of 4 teams in the East Division with 19 wins. YD just got their 20th tonight over Harwich. They're going to intentionally walk Elijah Iquez. Maybe they want to try to set up the double play.
A double play here would end the inning, so you might as well take that chance.
Now Tim O'Connor's going to make a visit to Michael Gray after telling him to issue the intentional walk, or probably came from Hibbs. Regardless, it's a mound visit with runners on the corners. I mean, probably just telling him to stay calm out there, throw his best stuff, and probably keep it low in the zone.
Yeah, keep it low in the zone. Try to induce that ground ball. We've seen a lot of flyouts today from the Firebirds. It's been either a flyout or a strikeout pretty much. So you're just telling Gray, keep it low in the zone, get a ground ball. The Kettleers infield is really incredible. They've been solid all summer, very sure-handed. So you just got to trust the guys in the dirt and allow them to make a play.
The last thing you want if you're Michael Gray is a ball hit in the air to the outfield. That will almost certainly score Garza from third. He can move. So it's Anthony Potestio, another lefty-lefty matchup. A toss to first is not in time to get Iquez. So they wanted the hand in this matchup too, between Potestio and Gray. Lefty-lefty. Gray shakes off a pitch. He gets the sign from Lavin. He fires. Bunts popped high in the air. Basket catch made by Gray as he rolls to the ground. What a grab made by the pitcher.
As soon as that bunt was popped up in the air, Michael Gray broke for the third base foul line. Normally you don't see a pitcher trying to make a catch on a play like that, but Michael Gray left it all on the line. As soon as his foot hit the chalk, he extended, made the basket catch, tumbled to the ground. His hat fell off, but he got out number 2 in a big way.
Did it himself, and he's still a little shaken up. His ball, his glove is sitting on the mound with the ball, and he picks it up. And he's ready again. Lavin's out there with him, but man, what a play by Michael Gray. It looked like Johnson had a beat on it, but he wouldn't have gotten to it as he saw Gray just dive out of nowhere to make that one on the short part of the third base line. Pitchers can field too. Here's Dawson Bryce. Another pause in play. Lavin grants a sign down to Gray. So Potestio is out on the pop-up. Now it's a righty, Dawson Bryce. He hit a homer out to left field earlier in this game for the only run scored. That pitch drew outside a ball. Gray pitching with traffic, runners on the corners. 1-0 game, 2 down here in the bottom of the 8th. Kett's last chance to bat up next. Now they've got the runner in a pickle. Iquez, there's 2 outs. Ramirez chasing him down, and he'll just look off the runner to third. They didn't want Garza to break for home, so they allowed Iquez to get back to first. No plays made in the field.
Smart fielding from Cotuit. You don't want to try to force an out, force a mistake that gives up a run. Just keep everything calm.
Count holds at 1-0. The pitch. Cracked straight back foul over the netting. Iquez trying to cause trouble over at first base. They want to get that insurance run any way they can. It is a 1-1 count. Michael Gray, mano a mano, versus Dawson Bryce. He unloads home. Hit in the air out to deep center field. Bogenpol going back towards the wall. Makes the grab ranging to his right. Leaves a pair on. It is 1-0 Orleans. Cotuit's last chance to dance. Up next here on Cape League TV. Don't go anywhere.
The Kettleers Call to the Bullpen is brought to you by Beacon Gardens, Osterville's premier garden center. Located on Osterville, West Barnstable Road, Beacon Gardens prides itself on quality products and excellent customer service. Check out their tremendous assortment of garden products. That's Beacon Gardens, Osterville's premier garden center.
Hey, it's Chris here. From bean to bite, sip, savor, and share a moment at Cape Cod Coffee. Their 2 Mashpee locations include the perfect brunch spot in Mashpee Commons and a lunch and dinner restaurant with a full bar right off Route 130. Cape Cod Coffee has also opened a new location in Wareham Crossing where you can indulge in delicious breakfast, lunch, and dinner options. Visiting any of these locations will leave you absolutely thrilled. Cape Cod Coffee is a proud sponsor of the Cotuit Kettleers.
The score is 1-0 Orleans here in the top of the 9th. Cotuit's potential last chance to hit, and it's against a new pitcher. It is Kai Lexus, a right-handed pitcher from Georgetown, facing off against a righty-heavy portion of the Kettleers lineup. It's 6 through 8. Taggart Tyson, Luke Lavin, and Sean Martinez up to bat against the righty Lexus, trying to earn the save.
Lexus this season already has 7 appearances, all from the bullpen. He's thrown 7 2/3 innings, giving up 6 hits, 2 runs. Both of those are earned. He's walked 1, struck out 3. Doesn't rely a lot on the punch-out. He'll get those ground balls, those fly balls to get the outs. His ERA is 2.35. Doesn't have a save recorded. Normally that's Steele Murdoch for Orleans, so this is an arm that's now thrust into a closing and a save situation.
Lexus the Hoya has had experience doing just that at Georgetown, though. 5 saves this past year, 5 saves the year before as well. Worked in some long relief, too. 39 2/3 innings total in 21 appearances with Georgetown. 476 earned run average there. And much better this summer, a 235 with Orleans in 7 appearances. Again, he faces off again 6 through 8. Cotuit desperately searching for a win here to get a little bit higher in their division. They got to win 8-3 over Harwich last night to sail into 3rd place. But Hyannis, the team below them, tied 3-3. That first pitch, a strike on the inside part. 0-1. Hyannis, the team a half game back of them, is tied 3-3 with Bourne in the top of the ninth right now. We'll be keeping an eye on that one. Lexus fires. That's a ball outside. It's 1-1. Tyson, the man up to bat, is 0 for 3. He reached on an error back in the 6th. Lexus holds, fires. Slider drew outside. Tyson trying to work this count. They brought Lexus in for Brady Fox, who didn't see a ton of action. 1 full inning out of the pen. Here's the pitch. Cracked high in the air. Over the light post, foul. Count rises to 2-2. Lexus to Tyson. The right-handed bat digs in. He's ready. Lexus, a big breath. Long hold, pumps, delivers. That's low and away. Ball 3. The last thing Lexus wants is a leadoff base runner. Taggart Tyson trying to be just that. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Man. Brought the bat all the way out for a pitch in the other batter's box. 1 down.
Here's catcher Luke Lavin.
Here comes Luke Lavin. Lexus, a strikeout to start this inning. So 1 down, no one on. Now a lefty steps in. Luke Lavin, the catcher, is 0 for 3 today. The first pitch to him, checked on, it hit the zone anyway. 0-1. Tyson struck out swinging. Cotuit playing for some safety in playoff position. Lexus kicks, delivers, big swing and a miss. This broadcast is a copyrighted production of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Any unauthorized duplication, retransmission, or other use is strictly prohibited. Counts 0-2 to Lavin, 1 down. 1-0 ballgame, Orleans up here in the top half of the 9th. Each of these teams playing an important game tonight. The pitch, swing and a miss. Back-to-back punch-outs by Lexus. He is dialed in.
He really is. He's been pounding the zone. 9 pitches this inning. 6 of them are strikes. Didn't waste any pitches in that at-bat against Luke Lavin.
Sean Ramirez represents the potential last stand here for the Kettleers. Crouch stance in the right-handed batter's box. He's hitless today. 0 for 2 with a hit by pitch. Lexus settles, fires, swing and a miss. He is getting a ton of whiffs this inning. All over the zone. 10 pitches, 7 strikes for Lexus the Hoya. Trying to get Orleans a step closer to the postseason. He bounces one in. It's 1-1. These are 2 teams that were towards the bottom of their respective divisions early in the season, have both climbed out of the bottom. Lexus takes a big breath, kicks, pitches. That's lined down the third base line. Gloving is Kucherak. The fire down is in time. That's a 1-2-3 frame for Kai Lexus to put down the Kettleers. 1-0. Orleans takes this one.
Cotuit, final score, Cotuit 0, Orleans 1.
Cotuit couldn't get a run across. The only one scored in this one was a solo shot back in the 2nd by Dawson Bryce. The pitching was great on each side. 1 run through 5 for the Ket starter Peyton Manka. A scoreless 4 1/3 for the starter JT Rabb for the Orleans Firebirds, and a big win for the team in light red.
A really big win for Orleans. The Firebirds are incredibly hot at the right time. Make it 5 straight victories for Orleans, who have now catapulted all the way up near the top of the Eastern Division, hanging on nearly point for point with the likes of YD and Harwich looking to control their own destiny to the top spot of the Eastern Division. As for Cotuit, the race in the West is close. It is going to come down to the wire. I mean, you're looking at the end of the season. Cotuit will be traveling to Falmouth for Game 40. I'll call it now. I think that game's going to determine a playoff spot or not for those two teams.
Wouldn't be surprised, that one, for all the marbles potentially. So, the winning pitcher in this one is Edward Hart. For Orleans, the losing pitcher, Peyton Manka, despite lowering his ERA to a 270 mark on the summer. Kai Lexus earns his first save in an Orleans uniform. Orleans, 20, 15, and 2. Cotuit down to 15, 19, and 3. On this late season, we only have 3 games left to play to this point. I mean, we're coming down to it, Chris. You mentioned the game coming up against Falmouth. Everyone has that circled on their calendar. So a quick stadium standings check after this one. Cotuit still sits a game up on Falmouth. They're 15-21-1. The outcome not resolved yet for the Hyannis game. Them and Bourne still tied at 3-all, but Bourne is currently a game and a half above Cotuit, so I don't really know what you're hoping for if you're the Kettleers, because Hyannis is a half game back. But if Bourne wins this one, then they get a real big lead ahead of you.
At this point, it's just survive. You don't want to be in the cellar of the West Division. The big thing is every game from here on out for Cotuit is against a Western Division opponent. The Kets will be taking on Bourne, Wareham, and Falmouth. I think the order will be Wareham, then Bourne, and then Falmouth. So you're taking on the teams from top to bottom. Both Wareham and Bourne at Lowell Park. We hope you join us for those 2 games, both at 4:30, and then the game at Falmouth.
And Wareham, the team in first, has already clinched a playoff spot. They have 38 points. They are just about 4 games ahead of last place Falmouth, so they won't have enough juice to jump them no matter where the standings go. They're 19-17, potentially 19-18 here in a moment. They're down 7-1 in the 9th against Brewster. That Bourne game, they're still tied 3-3, 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th. Hyannis has a runner on 3rd, so that one could be done rather soon. YD beats Harwich 6-4. Falmouth 4-3 over Chatham, and Orleans 1-0 over Cotuit. As we get right into the post-game show here, Chris Albright, I'm Connor Shue. The offense, just a tough day. 5 hits for the Kettleers, no runs, and only a single extra base hit in this one, Chris.
It was an incredible day for Orleans Arms. It was started by JT Rabb, who went 4 1/3 innings, only gave up 3 hits, no runs, 2 walks, 4 strikeouts, and that really paved the way. Cotuit wasn't able to piece together any hitting tonight. 5 hits, and those were spread across 5 separate innings. No innings today with multiple hits for the Kettleers. Only an inning or 2 where they even got multiple runners on the base paths at the same time.
And despite the tough hitting performance, 1 multi-hit game for the Kettleers. Jack Natilli had 2. Stevens, Farber, and Johnson all got knocks as well. But you got to commend the pitching, as I think our post-game shows have been going to quite often. Pitching, 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 and that continues to be the key for the Kettleers. I mean, you can't do much more than allow 1 run in a game like this, and you just need your offense to step up. Peyton Manka, 1 run in 5. Zane Starling's an inning and a 1/3 of scoreless relief. Michael Gray brought it home with an inning and 2/3 of scoreless relief. Those 2 struck out 2. Peyton Manka struck out 8. That was an incredible performance from them, and You just got to tip your cap for them. They just keep doing it regardless of how everything else goes.
I mean, you said it perfectly, Connor. They do it no matter how anything else goes. Cotuit relief pitching this summer, even starting pitching, has done a good job of not letting the game dictate how they do. In fact, if anything, Cotuit pitching dictates how the game goes. All credit in the world to Orleans pitching today. They won the game for Orleans, but Cotuit's pitching is what made that one a close one. I mean, outside of, the solo shot given up, I mean, Orleans had to play like it was a close game. Orleans never really felt comfortable in this game.
They certainly didn't. They had countless innings where runners were left on base. 2 left on in the 8th and the 6th for Orleans, 2 in the 1st as well, and their bats weren't really going. As you said, 6 hits as a team, 1 run off that solo shot by Dawson Bryce, and that was the ball game right there in the 2nd inning. Nothing more for the rest of the way, but all we can really do is look ahead to these 3 more West Division games. We'll see what happens the rest of the way in this one, but I think we'll cut it right here. Chris, any final thoughts?
Man, grab your nitroglycerin pills, because the end of this season is going to come down to the wire. No other way to put it. I mean, it is going to be down to the very final out for Cotuit's season. As much as I would love it to be a stress-free into the summer, we're going to be playing some cardiac baseball on the Cape.
It'll be a fun last 3. Hyannis beats Bourne, so they move above Cotuit. The Kettleers are officially in 4th place. Hyannis in 3rd. They jump them. Bourne is still only a game and a half above the Kettleers. Brewster's still up on Wareham 7-1. That's it for the games that are going on right now. The official final lines for this one: no runs on 5 hits, no errors for the Kettleers, 8 left on base, 1 run on 6 hits, 2 errors, 8 left on base for the Orleans Firebirds. The winning pitcher, Edward Hart, for the Orleans Firebirds. The losing pitcher, Peyton Manka. On the Kettleers side, the save goes to Kai Lexus. 1-0. Orleans wins. We will see you tomorrow on Cape League TV at 4:30 local time. For Chris Albright, for Sorka Lewis, for Brooke Kilgore, I'm Connor Shue signing off, and for Jaden Marine making an appearance on Sideline tonight. I'm Connor Shue signing off. Everyone have a great one. We'll talk to you again soon.